Hi, good morning. It's Monday morning. Here's a little overview of the charts of the Euro US dollar. See how it just broke down at the open of the session here. And so I'm going to, we got 8 minutes here. I am going to jump into a sell, playing a bounce retest off of this 33.29. And you'll see see there, I jumped in with Sniper. It's a little bit late. I wanted to wait for a retest, but I kind of missed it, so I'm jumping in. And let's set up take profits. Get this out of the way. And let's set up take profits at the next couple of grids. Here's a black and 32.80. And there's what we're looking at. So I'll keep checking on this. Alright, so I'm going to fill in my dashboard here. I got in at 33.25, so it's new month starting up here. It's April. So I go in here and I put in 4/2/2012. Pick a session is London, New York. Type in Euro US dollar, sell 1.3235, or was it 25? Let me check. So just look right here, 33.25. Okay, 33.25. And what's the trade setup? Is a red retest, looking at an M15, and then I just click the save button, and if I want, I can take a screenshot, or I'll just wait and see. Okay, so here's what it looks like on an hourly. It came down, bounced off of it. This closed. That's a big thing. I like to see the hour, so that closed below, and then see how it went right up to the red touched. So it's kind of like the trend broke. Okay, so if you have uptrend, so these are the Tokyo London highs, and then this is the swing low, and then all of a sudden it closes. See how it retests there, closes the grid, retests there. See how it's kind of cycling through these. And then on the 15-minute, this is what it looks like, a little bit smaller time frame. So immediately up 6 pips here and running. Okay, so it's broke, doji'd, it's chopping around here, trying to find a sense of direction. There's a lot of support here at these two candles, so we'll see if this breaks. There's 4 minutes left. If this can continue, or if it's going to chop and then retest again. Okay, so it's starting to stretch its legs a little here. So it broke, did a doji, another kind of a doji, and now it's really working hard. Next level here, you'll see, let me go to an hour, is this 32.88 area. Okay, you see in the last minute here, it's really stretching out hard, trying to get down to this 32.88 area. 3,300 is a big level too, so I'm not sure if this is going to break through or bounce off of this. There it goes. Okay, so we got take profit 130 pips. It's moved to break even. Can't lose. There you have it. So it's breaking this 32.88 pretty hard. Next stop's probably around this 3284 area. 3280. See, it's at 35 pips. So again, you can do what you want. You can leave it here, or you can slide it up, touch it out to get another 30 if you want. If you think it's slowing down, you can take the stop loss. You can move the stop loss down and follow it, pinch it hard if you want. There's a couple of different options, for you to consider depending on where you are in the month. So this is the beginning of the month. I like to take profits right away to make sure my goal is to get to 200 pips as fast as possible. So I normally like to take off 1 and 2 right away and then pinch it with a stop loss to just squeeze these trades out and then just bang them out over and over and over again. Once I get up to 200 pips, then I modify my approach and I start stretching these out further and further. So there's a couple of ways to do it. So since it's early April, today's April 2nd, I'm going to take this right off here and lock in 34 pips. So there, we got 34, we got a 30 and a 34 pips off the board. My stops at break even. Again, I can bring this down if I want. See, as I move the line, the stop loss moves. And say, I'm not going to let this go against me too far. I'm going to pinch this down. So you have a couple of different approaches to consider. So this is what it looks like on the hour. 33.29 broke and retested. Let's drop in there. It's punching hard. It's trying to get down to this 32.71, 32.80. So there's a lot of support in this area. Ooh, below, look at that gap below there. Wow, if this breaks this 32.71, we could look for an add on there. If it breaks, do a retest there. But it's moving pretty hard. Okay, so they're right like to the pip, 32.80. It just wick down to there, and we'll see how it hangs on. So it just cycles, heads up, heads down, heads up, heads down, heads up, breaks down, chop, breaks down, chop. So we just watch the cycles here. Well, it's really pushing the gas here, breaking this 32.80, looking at 32.71. Minutes left on this candle, so we'll see. Wow, up 45 pips, nice. Here's again what it looks like on an hour. Wow, 42 minutes, and look at this candle, just blasting hard. So for, this is Friday, this is today, so it's breaking new lows. It's interesting, look where it stopped. It stopped at the Tokyo, London, US lows. Broke, retested there, then it's powered down. Then way down in here is the Thursday's low, and there's a red thermal grid down in this area. So for previous reference, this is 32.80 was support resistance Wednesday, Thursday of last week. This was a big level of support, broken, became resistance, and then broken, became support, and now it's back at that. So this is going to continue up. It's going to stop here, or it'll break and retest. So it's a big level. Here's what I was referencing. Let me get rid of this guy. So this is Monday. So here's Friday, Thursday, Wednesday. So look at Wednesday's low, struggled, got below it, retested it, support, broke, became resistance, resist, see, look at broke above, retouched it, powered up. Well, now it's back at that level. Let me just put a box here, look at that. How it's support, broke, resistance, resist, broke, support, up it goes, comes wings all the way back, bam, and it's right there again. So it's a big level to decide what the direction is. And so you drop down to your 15-minute charts and you watch. It breaks and retests to the bottom, or it bounces and bounces, and then you look to try to get in at another level. Okay, so I've got a couple options. We're up 34 pips. I'm going to bring this stop loss down tight. and basically just saying this has to stay below this grid. If it starts to pop up, I'm not going to let it come against me any further. I'm going to secure my profits and wait for it to provide another entry opportunity. This continues down, great. If it doesn't, great. I made some profit in pips. That's it. Okay, so it just touched me out. So not bad. 31, 34, 28, it's chopping around here and ran its course. And who knows where this will close. We could, depending on the timing, we'll watch. Maybe there's another re-entry to set up a sell on the retest of this 33.29. We'll see. Okay, so there we go, 31, 34, 28, and it was a red retest. Pretty straightforward. Take a look at the dashboard. We're up, okay, 93 pips. That's fantastic. 100% winners. Average stop loss 0. 31, 34, 28. Good start for the month. And so that's it. We just fill out our dashboard as we trade. Again, the date, the session, the pair, buy or sell, put in your entry price, your take profits. Any notes? What's good to do here is anything that you do good, take some notes. And if there was any mistakes, what did you do bad? Just fill those in and review those at the end of the month. And then what you're going to want to do too is down at the bottom here, and today's the 2nd, so we'll go into the 2nd and I'll insert the picture of the chart here, and so it's logged. And there it is. So I took a picture of the chart, went to the spreadsheet, opened up the tab for the 2nd, just did insert a picture, popped it in, and now I see my analysis of the trade. Textbook trade. Support, 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 breaks, enter on the retest, take profit at the next grids. Locked in some profits. Let's see. Again, 93 pips. There's the trade. Another little nugget too, if you're not sure. If you select the cells down here, it shows you the cells. So let's say you had 3-4 trades, you can select all of that, and it'll total it up here at the bottom, your sum. So there's 3 values, 93, the average is 31, tells you right here at the bottom of the Excel. Right? Sounds good. Okay, so I'm watching this on the Euro as it's trying to, did this initial, and now it's kind of coming back up here. So I'm going to move this to park another cell, limit order, 33.29, and then what I'll do is be a little conservative here and look for profits, in this area. Just, don't get crazy, but just see if we can get it to swing back through here again, and the take profits will be here, and let's see if we can get a retest that way. I don't think it's going to make this 33.29. I think this is the level right in here, and I moved this down to see if I can get in here with Chart Trader. This is a significant level across a few days, and you see how it stopped, gapped above, and now it's pushing down. So let's see if we can get filled here and then hide behind this red thermal grid. See what happens. Okay, so it just popped up, touched us in at 33.14. Let me zoom back out and show you what I looked at. I'm looking at way back into here. Look at this support resistance area, support resistance area, support, 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 break, retested, retested, break, support, 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 support through here, break, retested, supported, and now it broke down, chopped, it broke, and now it's retesting from the bottom. Let's see if this holds, and So again, this grid was initial entry, but this is a level of actual price at 33.13 area that may, be overruled. But I mean, it makes sense, and this is a decent area if you look at a few different factors. Yeah, like that. You have a downtrend, 2 points touched. It's at that level, which lines up with a huge support resistance level. Again, it's an area. So let's see if we can get this to hold in that area. Okay, so a little preview here. I just set up on the euro a sell at 33.29, and on the pound also retest 60.35 is a red. So we're setting up a 60.35 bounce here, and also on the euro US dollar 33.29. Look at that. It's already spiked into that area. The high is 33.28. So as we're winding down the London session here, we'll see if these pop. Wow. 1 pip so far. We'll see if that comes back up there. Alright, so I've got them side by side here. So we're in this original sell, seeing if we can pop this next level up. So the euro's bumping to a red, the pound's bumping into a red right now. Okay, so you see London's closed. We're watching to see if this can pop. Touch us in and then pull back. May not get there, who knows? We'll see. Alright, we're coming down to the last 5 minutes of this candle after the London close. Got a pip away, and now it's gapped up and it's struggling, so we'll see if this has some juice to pop in this euro at this level. The high of the candle is 33.28, so it's 1 pip away. Now on a sell limit, you get in on the bid, which is the candle. It's not the ask, which is above it. So you can, from the bottoms, when price is coming up from the bottom, you put your sell limit lines right at the bottom of the grid, and you have room to get touched in there. When you're doing a buy, you're going to put it above the grid to allow for the ask and the spread to touch you in. So I'll keep watching. Okay, another candle gapped up, really struggling in this area, big war zone, trying to get a sense of direction. The pound really just stopped dead, but the euro is really chopping and popping here. Alright, well, this first sell isn't out of the woods yet, so what I need to do is, in a scale out approach here, if this doesn't fill and comes back, I'll watch this to cancel that, but then I've got to watch about scaling out of this trade because it's gone against me, right? I expected to bounce. It didn't. It went up. My stop's out of the way. It's up here, and I'm going to let this cycle, and when it comes back, I need to get out. So I think what I'm going to do is take this first take profit and just put it, I want to scale these two out right in here because I'm afraid it'll bounce, and then just chop into here and never really go profitable. So to reduce my risk, I'm going to scale out these two and see what I can do there. So I'll watch that approach. Okay, so just touched in. So here, this is a minus 17, this is minus 2. We're right at the grid, and so it's going to struggle. So we know that one's there. Well, I'll just keep both these open so I can pop back and forth between the two. and going to see how this does at this red. Okay, so it's held on this grid to 1.3337. So we got in at 33.29, so that's a 8 pip drawdown. And if you added spread, maybe 10 or 11. So let's see if this thing can roll over and start coming back our direction. Okay, so I'm trying to watch here if I get profits on this guy with a good trade, and this one's bad. I'm only going to scale out like one of these and try to keep this other guy in, so I can have 2/3 running here and 1/3 running here. And we'll see if we can get these two profits to wipe out this loss and juggle it that way. Alright, so it just wicked up, touched one more time right there. See this candle? The high, 33.29 right there. Just touched it one more. Now I'm hoping this will pop down as everyone dogpiles on here to say, okay, it's held, floats up, bam, and they jump on it, and then everybody really pounds it down. So should be good. Let's watch. Okay, so I'm looking to scale out. It's misbehaving. It's just not going. So this trade, we're up a couple of pips. I'm going to bring this up here. This negative trade, we got to take this off. Get this out of the way. Again, it takes a pip. It has to change price to process. There we go. So I've scaled out. We have my stop loss. I'm tightening up my stop loss. And so that's either going to go my way or stop me out. This guy, we pulled a little bit of profit. It's trying to go to break even. It can't. I'm going to reduce this also. Put this just up above there. So if I can get out at 3 and 1, that's fine. Bring the stop loss down here to, let's say, new highs, small risk, and then just see where it cycles. It's got to go my way or not. Okay, so we're wrapping out the afternoon here. This one right off the 33.29 only went against us to 33.37, turned and bounced around, and it got a little misbehaving, so I took a few off here at 3 and 1, and now it's up 5 pips. End of the day, we'll see here if this continues. This guy trying to get in a little bit lower, bouncing off 33.29 was a little risky, and just misbehaved, so I just took some loss on there at 12.18. Looks like it stopped me out there, so we'll see if we can keep this one running. But this is a good trade earlier. The initial bounce, the break and the retest, took profit, took profit, took profit. This is great. 31, 34, 28. So just a couple ideas for you to consider. Little time lapse trading there for you. All right, see you tomorrow.